Hello there, Gemini. How are you? It's so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your July tarot reading. This is a general reading, but we'll be taking a look at your overall energies with the oracle cards and then moving to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. And if it's your first time to the channel, welcome. We're so glad that you're here. Okay, let's get into your reading. Let's see what we have here. This is, Gemini, your readings have just been so out of the ballpark. This is so interesting because I feel as if something is coming back around again. So this is somebody from the past. This is a situation that is repeating itself or is very similar to something. It's as if, with the round and round, it's like it's coming around again so that you can learn the lesson in this situation or this relationship. It's taking another look at something that you may have thought that you learned the lesson to. Okay, but you have more wisdom in it this time. It's almost as if when you see it coming around the corner towards you, you're kind of like, oh yeah, I knew this was going to happen. And guess what? You studied for the test. This time you studied for the test. There is this sense of happy success. And Gemini, there's a little bit of this energy of, in the past, whenever you got close to reaching success in a certain relationship or situation, it's almost like you self-sabotaged yourself. You weren't quite ready for it. Now, I know you're going to sit there and say, well, why would I self-sabotage myself? That's just really actually so silly, Mary Sue. Why would I self-sabotage myself? It's because you didn't, I think intuitively you knew. It was kind of like, I need another go at this. I need to do it on a different realm, in a different world, with a different group of people. It's almost as if it comes around this time, and this time, it is meant for you. For a lot of you, I feel like it's finally achieving the success that you have tried to achieve in the past, okay? But what you didn't realize that in the past, when you were just about to reach the reward, for some reason, you allowed your own doubt, fear, self-sabotaging habits, right, to prevent you from getting the success. And, you may have a little bit of, there's almost like this underlying sense of guilt and shame, because it's kind of like it's a little bit of guilt or shame because you know that you prevented yourself from actually acquiring this success much earlier in your life. It's kind of like, it's kind of like you're running a track meet, right? And you're about to cross the finish line, and you're in first place, right? And just about as you're about to cross the finish line, you see a good friend of yours, cheering you on or something, right? And maybe, they have like a bottle of water, or, maybe some kind of a beverage that's, and you walk over and you're going, oh yeah, let's celebrate. It's like you almost tried to celebrate before the success came in, and then the person that you didn't realize was close behind you actually crossed the finish line before you, because you went over to say hi to a friend, or even say, hey, thanks for coming over and cheering me on. And they're kind of like, but you didn't cross the line yet, and then you turn and you look, and there goes somebody else crossing the line. It's almost, we all have them, those self-sabotaging behaviors. procrastinating, right? Following a new shiny object when we're so close to completing a project. It's this energy of, okay, I've done this to myself before. I've gotten so close and yet didn't allow myself to cross the finish line. But this time, it's kind of like, you know what? I'm really and truly sticking with what is good for me, stepping into this energy of not allowing anybody else or anybody else's opinion of what it is that you're doing, right? It's kind of like, no, this is what I want to do. Opening your heart to the world and just saying, this is what I'm going to do. And this time, not allowing something to come in and take your focus off of crossing that finish line. I think when it's all said and done, you're going to know that all of those times when you actually prevented yourself in some way from crossing the line, you inside knew that you weren't quite ready. This success is so big that when it comes in, I think you knew intuitively somewhere down deep inside, I'm not quite ready for it yet. I need to go practice more. It's almost like, no, I need to go learn a few more lessons. I need to go work on a few other things to hone my skills or whatever it is. It's kind of like, I need to go do this before I can bring this in. I really feel like for a lot of you, it was lessons of confidence, lessons of self-awareness, perhaps, that you needed to go and learn. Stepping into this sense, look at this. This is flipped over, Page of Cups. It's almost like you're giving yourself this little kiss of compassion. I honestly feel like it's like you're almost like kissing, like the fish is actually like your inner child, like you're kissing your inner child. You're almost like nurturing your own inner child and saying, yes, this time, Gemini, inner child Gemini, you are ready for this success. It's almost as if you're kind of, it's this energy of like a mom kissing a little kindergartner that's going to school for the first time, right? The very first day of school, and saying, you are so ready for this, it's that type of energy. It's such a sweet energy. It's so loving. It's so nurturing. It's so, so encouraging, but it's not like this big, it's not like a big stand of cheering people. It's this really soft, tender, yes, you're really ready. I love the energy. It's so different. It's so, it's just so loving and compassionate and gentle. I feel like for some of you, it's almost like it could be an ancestor that has passed. It's almost like a grandmotherly energy, very nurturing energy, very unconditional love type of energy that comes in and just says, yeah, you're ready. I mean, it really is such a sweet energy that's coming through. It's almost, I wouldn't be surprised if you had a dream or something. I really feel like you have somebody that's passed in your life that was really important to you. I'm really getting eyes, like they're looking at you eye to eye and just letting you know that you're really ready for this next. I think you're on the brink of something really huge. And it's like you intuitively know it, but it's just like, it's like that child that's going to school for the very first time, the very first day. You're excited and yet at the same time you're petrified, and it's kind of like just somebody just kneeling down, like an adult, leaning down and looking a child eye to eye and just saying, no, you're so ready. You can do this. And in such a gentle way, like not to scare you, to encourage you. Okay, so let's see. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Wow. Seven of Cups, you know, this sense of confusion. Am I choosing the right path? Am I going in the right direction? Your present energy, this is just lovely. Your present energy is stepping into this energy of truly loving yourself. I feel like for some of you, there's this sense that there is something big on the horizon, but it's going to require a really big decision on your part. Like there's this sense of a choice coming in. And there's like this tidal wave of energy behind it. I think that this is something that's going to change your life. There's this sense that you know your life will never be the same. And it's scary and exciting all at the same time. It's like, you know, the first time you go to school, your life is never the same, right? I mean, if you think about it, you have now taken that big step out into the world. It's that same type of energy of taking a big step out into the world, taking a big step onto your journey or onto becoming the person that you know you're going to become. It's taking that big step, ascending, but it's even bigger than that. It's like a big giant leap. And you're doing this because your heart is just calling to you, is saying, yes, you're ready. You're ready to go do this. Whatever this is, there's so much love in this. I'm not saying that it isn't romantic love, but to me, it's this true sense of loving yourself, of being scared. I'm telling you, Gemini, there is like this sense of being literally scared to death. Literally scared. Like I feel like some of you are taking a huge step. It's like this offer comes in and it's just so big, and you're just kind of like, am I really doing this? I think it might be something that you do spontaneously, like out of the blue. Your friends, your family, people, you're even like, why am I doing this? And then at the same time, you just know your heart is calling you to do this. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Seven of Cups again on the bottom. Yeah, I feel like, you know, some ending in the past left you confused about where it is that you want to go. But then look, you have this huge burst of energy. It just comes in like a tidal wave, a huge burst of energy, a sense of fire. Like something is lighting your fire within you to go forward. You know, the King of Wands to me is a spiritual leader, somebody that is stepping up, almost like stepping up to the plate and saying, yes, I'm ready for this. Okay, I've practiced enough. I've done this. I've gone round and round. No more practice. Getting on with my life, going after what my Nine of Cups is. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles again. I mean, you have the Nine of Pentacles twice here. You know, Queen of Cups twice. Queen of Cups is this energy of understanding you have to fill up your own cup before you can fill up the cups of anybody else, of understanding that it's time to make choices that are really good for you, based on what your heart really wants to do, even if the logic doesn't make sense. It's that type of energy of, you know, throwing away the rule book, throwing away the spreadsheets, just kind of like, life is too short. It's that energy of life is too short and I have to get on with this, you know, with this energy of the Ace of Wands and the King of Wands. It's this energy of life is too short. I have to go live my life the way I want to live it, and be free and independent of anything that is holding me back from the past. It's like there's all of these lessons, these people, these behaviors. You've been letting them go. You've been disconnecting from them. But at the same time, it's kind of like at the last minute, you're kind of like, am I really doing this? Look at the Nine of Pentacles. She has her back to the past. It's understanding that there's this little inner child inside of you that is ready for the journey. There's this innocence. Like when you go to school for that, it's so funny. They keep bringing up school. It's kind of like when you go to school on that very first day, you're petrified. And yet at the same time, you understand that your eyes are being opened up to a lot of different people, a lot of different viewpoints, right? I mean, even in kindergarten, you're starting to meet people that you have never known before in your whole entire life, right? You now have a new adult in your life that is giving you a different viewpoint of the world. You're going to read books that you've never read. You're going to learn things that you've never learned before. It's this experience. I feel like you're allowing yourself to step onto a path where you are opening your arms up to bringing in a lot of new experiences, of saying to yourself, you know what? The past has been great. I've learned all those lessons. I feel like for some of you, there could be somebody coming around again, somebody from the past, and it's kind of like you have this moment where it's kind of like, that's not what I'm doing anymore. I really feel like you're stepping into this energy of that you have outgrown this whole entire situation. This past person, it's almost as if they come in and it's almost as if it's a goodbye. I really feel like it's almost like a goodbye in a really sweet way, but it's kind of like I don't know, they're showing me Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, like stepping onto the yellow brick road, stepping onto that road, knowing that she's leaving Munchkinland or whatever, she's leaving the safety of that environment and stepping onto your hero's journey, your path, your yellow brick road, wherever it may lead. And, there's lions, there's tigers, there's bears, there's the Wicked Witch of the West, there's things ahead. And yet at the same time, you're kind of like, yeah, I did my homework. I've practiced. I've dealt with lions, tigers, bears, and wicked witches of the West in the past. It's kind of like, yeah, bring it on. Because I know how to deal with those obstacles. I feel like the fear has kept you kind of closed in a little bit. In your past, it's kind of like there's this sense of, I have accomplished so much. I really feel like there's this sense I've accomplished so much in my life. I've gone within and I see the value that I have in my gifts, in my talents, perhaps in your spiritual gifts and talents. I know that I'm here. This is a very healing. You could truly feel like you are a healer. And it's time to step on that yellow brick road, Really interesting energy. Because your obstacle is the Five of Pentacles. There's a sense of not feeling worthy enough. You may have been holding yourself back from taking this new step forward because you were concerned about money. Am I worth it? I feel like there is something that you're having to risk in order to do this. And there's been this sense of holding yourself back, like maybe you're trying to start a new business, but you have to invest some of your own personal money into this. Or you're wanting to move to a new city or buy a new house or something like that. I feel like whatever you're doing, it's a little bit out of your reach. You see how he's like reaching out? I feel like this is a little bit out of your reach. That's why it's scary. It's a little scary, but it's that excited scary. It's kind of like, yeah, this is exciting. And scary, it's kind of like, yeah. And yet at the same time, it's kind of like, how many times am I going to let an offer go by that I just wasn't really ready to take yet? You could be trying to change jobs and you're getting some offers, but maybe they require a little risk. Like you maybe have to move in order to take the new job, or you may have to go back to school, or something like that. There's like situations for each one, and you're kind of like, no, not ready to do that yet. No. And you're still accepting, offers are still coming your way, or you're still sending out resumes or whatever this is, right? You're still working on it. And yet at the same time, it's kind of like nothing's really like clicking. Nothing's clicking for you. It keeps coming round and round. And then right as you're about to commit to something, to commit to whatever this situation is, commit to the new job, commit to the new house, commit to whatever. It's kind of like, nope, stop. And there's something there. It's kind of like, I'm not sure I'm worthy of it. What happens if I lose a lot of money? What happens if this doesn't work out for me? And it's kind of like your inner child is whispering in your ear, it's okay. It's okay. It's like you almost have to face your fear of it not working out and just saying, well, I'll figure it out. I'm a Gemini, just saying, I'm a Gemini. I always land on my feet, because Geminis, you always do. I always land on my feet. I trust myself. I believe in myself. If it doesn't work out exactly the way I want it to, it'll work out even better. It's almost like just stepping into this and just saying, yeah, I'm going for it. Wow, what an incredible energy. I feel like for some of you, this energy is not, the cards aren't showing it. No, the cards are not showing it, but it's almost that sleepless nights, like you're having trouble quieting your mind at night. Or you're waking up a lot during the middle of the night, because I feel it's this energy, this like almost adrenaline rush, anxiety, but it's really an exciting anxiety. There's definitely excitement with this. Oh my gosh. 10 of Wands. Gemini, this is just like, the only other card that I can say that is, you have the 10 of Wands here. The 10 of Swords here. This is your obstacle. This is all of your fears that are holding you back from something, from committing, because 10 of Pentacles is committing the money, committing the time, committing the energy to something. There's this energy of it's going to be an imminent disaster. And yet at the same time you want it. It's kind of a little bit like riding a roller coaster. Like that's really big, right? Like bigger. It's like getting on a roller coaster. Okay, that's what it's like. Okay, maybe you've ridden the baby roller coaster. Then you moved up a level to a mid roller coaster, right? And then you moved up to, the next level. I'm not a roller coaster rider, so I don't know, to the next level. And now you're about to go on the ride of your life. Like that's how it is. This is the ride of your life. And you're standing in line and you have those butterflies going and, you feel like you're going to throw up, right? You're just standing in line. And you're looking at the people that have ridden the roller coaster, and they're all excited and they're chatting about it, and some of them look like they did throw up, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I want to do this so bad. It's that energy. I want to ride this roller coaster so bad. Do I have it in me? Do I have the courage to do it? It's kind of like, once you get in the coaster and strap in and the roller coaster takes off, you can't get off. It's kind of one of those big events in your life. Like you're really committing. You could be getting married. You could be committing to a new relationship or a new career or a new job or a new city. But I feel like it's a stretch for you. It's not just another round. It's not another round. It is this intense energy. And it's kind of like, look at it. You have the 10 of Swords, the 5 of Pentacles twice, And then the Five of Swords. You're all up in your head about it. You're thinking out all the worst case scenarios. Just trying to decide, can I commit to this? Can I commit to this? That's what you're having to do. You're having to face your fear. So what is your fear? It doesn't work out. It is really such an intense feeling. I mean, I feel like this a knot in my chest, and yet it's not an energy of a negative. It's the energy of being really excited and really scared all at the same time. So your advice here is the Justice card. You could be dealing with a Libra, but you don't have to be. It's just this energy of you are finally stepping into the energy of getting, oh my gosh, your just rewards. It's this energy of get on the roller coaster. I want to reach through the camera and say, Gemini, get on the roller coaster. This is, oh my gosh, you are getting your just rewards. It's this energy. I mean, look at what we have underneath here. We have the Ten of Wands, dropping the burdens of all of this, right? And then the Judgment card and the Queen of Pentacles. You know, the Judgment card is just, it's your turn. It's calling to you. The universe is calling to you. It's your turn to get your just reward. The way to get it is you have to get on the roller coaster. And I don't like roller coasters, I'll have to admit. That would be hard. That would be hard for me. But it's kind of like, it's going to be the most amazing ride ever. It's going to be the most amazing ride. It's really, honestly, I feel nauseous. It is that intense. I feel nauseous, but it's kind of like, you know, if you've ever been married on your wedding day, you know, it's that energy of, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be getting married to this person. And at the same time, like, what am I doing and committing? It's that energy. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so let's take a look at this. I think it's really interesting. When you have the King of Swords, this is Aquarius, but it can be Libra and Gemini too. This is the scrutiny that I think you're bringing to whatever this is. Like over-analyzing. The King of Swords is Mr. Analysis, right? It's analysis, which leads to paralysis, right? You know, if you keep scrutinizing this, picking it apart, you're never going to be happy. It's kind of like your ego is trying to protect you so much. There's just no way you could ever be happy. I feel like Spirit is coming in and saying to you not to worry, that you know that they're there to work with you, that things will work out. This is the working it out card. Things will work out for you. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse, which is really interesting. You know, I feel like this is really interesting message here. I feel like the fear that you have that's preventing you, you know, let's think about this. Your energy is the Queen of Cups, you know, being in this very loving energy of yourself. I feel like there's somebody from the past that you may have been married to, or you may have had some really soul connection that took back an offer. Okay, so you could have even been married, but then you got divorced, or you could have been engaged and then they stopped at the end. There's a little bit of this energy of repeating a pattern of wanting to do something, but then always at the last. There's this energy of wanting to truly do something from your heart, something that really and truly meant a lot to you. But at the last minute, you always pulled back your energy. You were like, nope, wait a minute, I don't want to do that. That's what I think is coming around again. I think that there is another situation where you are going to be in that energy of, yes, I want to do it. And then you're going to want to pull back your energy right at the last minute. There's this energy of, no, because we have the Queen of Pentacles. Keep going. There's celebration ahead. It's about stepping into this energy of understanding you are solid. You are solid. Like I feel like before, you may have been a little bit, I don't know how to say this, whimsical about things. You could have been like super dreamy about, because it is a little bit of that Pisces energy, like being really dreamy about things. But then when it was time to commit, you would pull it back. This is different. This time you're grounded. Like you had to go through that a couple of times. You had to dream big and then pull back your commitment, right? You had to do that a couple of times. You had to get really close to actually getting on the roller coaster. You may have been standing in line, got all the way up to it's your turn to get on the coaster, right? I have done this so many times. I'll stand in line for an hour and a half, to ride some crazy ride. And then I get to the front. It's my turn to get on. And I just go, nope, not doing it. And I walk away, right? I do. And it's kind of like you're understanding, no, this time I'm grounded. I'm moving forward. I'm progressing. I'm going to be able to celebrate this time. I'm going to get on the coaster. I'm going to ride the coaster. I'm going to love the coaster, right? And when I get off, I'm going to be it's kind of like this, oh my gosh, I really did it. I rode the roller coaster. I did it and I loved it. It's such a lovely energy. I don't normally use this word because I think it sometimes is overused or something. But I feel like this is something where you are going to literally be proud of yourself. It's the energy of, I feel like for a lot of you, you may have done things in the past or since childhood or for a very long time in your life so that others would be proud of you. Okay, not that you weren't also proud of yourself, but really there was a sense of wanting others to be proud of what you were doing. This time I think you do it. Like I almost feel like you're riding the roller coaster by yourself. You just go to the park, right? And you stand in line by yourself, you get on the coaster, you ride it. And it's kind of like, it's your own success. There's maybe, I'm not saying that there's nobody that's recognizing, but it's like you could even if you were with all your friends and family and everybody else, it's kind of like when you get off this roller coaster, it's not that they're excited that you finally rode it or proud of you that you rode it. It's really kind of like you're proud of yourself that you wrote it. It's like balancing out that need that we all have, right? It's balancing out that need of external validation and truly stepping into, I'm doing this because I want to. Not riding the roller coaster because all of your friends and family are egging you on, right? Or because you feel like you'll be silly if you don't. You'll be the only one, right, that didn't. That everybody else will be talking about how amazing the roller coaster was, right? And you're just sitting there going, yeah, right. you know. I'm not saying, you know, it's not, you're not writing it out of peer pressure or not writing it because of peer pressure. You're writing it because you want to write it. And you're writing it because it is truly the ride of your life. Oh my gosh. The Emperor. I want you to know you have the Emperor, the King of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like this is really career and money. Or something to do with career, your money, you know, like buying a new house or really like going for something big, you know, something that's going to take, it is putting you into a whole new belief system about yourself. It's setting you onto a whole new path. You are overcoming. Look at, you have the Six of Wands. You're getting victory over all of the Five of Wands. This is all of the people whispering in your ear, their opinion of everything that you're doing or wanting to do, right? It's kind of like you're on top of it. You're kind of like, I really and truly feel like there are people in your life that are saying, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Isn't that too impulsive? Isn't that too crazy? You know, they're doing it because there's part of them that wishes they had the courage to get onto the roller coaster, to go live or go have the ride of their life. Like, I feel like you are stepping onto this new path, and there's people around you, you know, they may be even saying, no, wait a minute, you know, wait a minute, Gemini, I want to go with you. Or, or, you know, like trying to, it's almost like, you know, giving, it's not love, it's encouragement, right? But we have the Seven of Swords. They're really trying to hold you back. Your job here, Gemini, is understanding that in the past, you may have allowed other people to stop you from the things that you wanted to do, the adventure. I feel like it's the adventure of a lifetime. It's something big. And you're just kind of like, you know, not allowing this. You're dropping this and saying, thanks. You know, they may be saying, oh, I really wish you well, Gemini, but I hope everything doesn't fall apart for you, right? I wish you well, but hope things don't fall apart for you. I hope you're not a failure. Just a really strange comment, right? And you're kind of like, yeah, okay, we can just leave that last part off. Thanks. I'm going to go do this. Oh my gosh. It's just like, it is the ride of your life. It's, yeah, I think it's an adventure of your lifetime. It's something, it's kind of like, you know, I think you know all the risks. I'm not going to say it's not risky, right? You know all of the risks. It's kind of like, yeah, I know all of the risks. I know. That's why I'm scared. I know that the roller coaster goes upside down, and if my seatbelt's not on right, I might fall out. I know. Right? I know I might throw up. Yep, I know. I don't care. I still want to go do it. Maybe it's bungee jumping. I am not a thrill seeker in that type of way at all. What expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? That is exactly what. It's kind of like in the past, it was like you wanted to make sure every single time before you would actually get on the roller coaster. Well, is it going to be completely safe this time? How many, what seat am I in? You know, and has that seatbelt been checked? You know, when's the last time this roller coaster was maintained? You know, it's this, can I see your injury record? You know, it's kind of like this energy of wanting to make sure that everything's going to work out before you'll take the risk. And this time, it's kind of like, you know what? every single time that I am afraid that the expectations, my highest expectations will not be met, I renege the offer at the very last time, right? I say, no, wait a minute, I want to renegotiate here. I don't want the offer, right? It's something your heart so wants. But your ego, in order to keep you safe, is setting the expectation so high. So high that you could never go on the ride of your life. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for you, Gemini. The expectations we have are mostly delusional and impossible to meet. We then experience disappointment with ourselves or with a relationship when they are not met. It's time to dissolve your expectations and replace them with gratitude. I do feel like this is like something huge, and you just know, it's kind of like, oh my gosh, if I don't do this, if I don't do it this time, I'll never get to do it. You are being summoned. That's the words on here. I'm reading this. You are being summoned to more peace. Peace is home for our soul, and it is accompanied by trust. It comes when you surrender and focus only on what you can control. If you expect nothing and are grateful for everything, you will experience extreme fulfillment. Yeah, I feel like that's it. It's like this time, all the other times, you wanted to control everything to the point where you just never went, right? There's always a risk, you know? There's always a risk. But it's holding you back. What you're understanding now is that risk, that wanting to not have any risk. And I really and truly feel it's almost like this energy of, you didn't think you were worthy of the risk, right? And I'm not saying that, you spend your life's fortune on something. You're smart, Gemini. You know what the risks are, right? You know what the risks are. But it's also this energy of, oh my goodness, just go. It's like, go have some fun. Just ride the roller coaster. Fulfill your destiny as a cosmic change maker. When you ride this roller coaster, when you go on this ride, you are never the same again. You are never the same. And you change. You're fulfilling your destiny to change the world, because this new path, that whatever it is that you're going on, and I think you've been thinking about it for a while, and it's kind of like there's this opportunity that comes in, and it's kind of like you're about to sign the deal, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, wait a minute, I got to think about this again. I have to call 2 more lawyers, and I have to call three friends. I have to check, double check, quadruple check. And this time you're kind of like, no. I mean, do your homework. But Gemini, you do your homework. Do your homework. But then when your heart says, it's time to go, it's time to go. Go ride the ride of your life. Oh my gosh. I just have to say, happy success is yours. Happy success. Oh, Gemini. What a lovely reading. I just don't know what else to say. I do personal readings. If you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I do truly appreciate all of your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. I love doing your readings for you, Gemini. You have such a lovely, vibrant energy. And I hope to see you again really soon. Much love and light to you. Bye for now.